Bro, why are these movies rated so highly? Sinners, Thunderbolts, 97% rated on Rotten Tomatoes for Sinners, 88% rating for Thunderbolts. Are we
Listen,
missing something?
we might be missing something, but I want to know what's going on with these playoffs. These NBA playoffs have been crazy. But before we do that, what's good is to say what's real. I'm Nick,
I'm Lawrence, baby.
and let's talk about it.
Let's get to it. Come on, I gotta know what's going on, man. Why do these people think that Sinners is so good and Thunderbolts is so good? What are we missing? Or is something wrong with us?
All right, so I seen Sinners, and right off rip, I'm seeing 95. I think earlier the week, like they were saying 99.
Yeah.
So I'm going into it. I'm like, all right, 99, and I walked into it. It was straight. It was good. I felt like it was okay. Now, I understand why everybody's like, the music amazing, it looks amazing. Ryan Coogler, like, yes, all of that is great.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had to be honest with myself, it was a little slow, and it's like outside of the musical scene, showing all the different from every era. Outside of that, there's nothing that's like, oh man, I gotta go see it again. And so I felt like 99. I was like, all right, that's high. I said 80. Like, if we're gonna do 80 out of 100 or 8 out of 10, that's what I said. What you thought?
So I feel like the ambiance, the vibes, the cinematography, the acting. We'll even go with the acting. The acting was good, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan played 2 roles. Might be his best role yet, playing both roles. Then the character playing Stax and Smoke. I thought Haley Stanfield, Josh Allen's fiance, did a great job. All that's great. But when you break down, you look at the plot of the movie, it wasn't that good. You know what I mean? Like, you go from, Jim Crow laws. We're thinking, okay, they talking about some KKK. We're back in the 1930s type shit. And it's like, okay, cool. And it's like, the blues, the music, amazing, right? And it's like, wow. And then out of nowhere, after about 45 minutes, we finally get to the point of the movie.
And that's the problem.
Bang.
I felt a little bored. Like, it was interesting, it was good, it looks good, but it was like, I'm like, God damn. Okay, if you don't know it's about vampires, obviously, you're gonna be like, all right, you're gonna be rolling with it. But somebody told me it's about vampires. I'm expecting somebody to get their fucking head cut off or something. I'm expecting like crazy shit going on.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what vampire movies you've seen, but the ones that I've watched, Underworld, The Blades, even Vampire in Brooklyn, bruh. You're not doing hand-to-hand combat with no vampires. That's not happening. I don't care how strong you are. That's just not happening. And I just wish we could have got more out of the vampires. And usually in vampire movies, when you cut the head off of the main vampire,
it's over with.
It's over with.
But they kind of lost me. Like, all right, I didn't know it was gonna be a musical. and like I said, I don't want to shit on the movie. I'm not shitting on the movie. Like, it's a great movie.
We don't watch previews.
Yeah,
so
we
didn't know.
Previews.
We didn't know what it was about. We just seen, okay, Michael B. Jordan on the poster, and that was it.
Yeah, when the vampires are singing outside, I'm like, when they gonna start killing, bro? Like that was the part that, all right, I'm like, all right. And then by the time it starts, when it gets rolling, it's good. Yes, it's good. There's, it's funny. Like, hey, can I come in? Like, all with cornbread. Yes, it's funny, but it's just like,
and even though it was goofy as shit, what the lady did, the Asian lady telling him to come on in. Come on in. Yeah, it was corny, but it was funny. It was like, okay, like, it was some humor, because it's like, who would do some dumbass shit like that? Like, nobody.
But
right?
Was it a 99, like 10 out of 10? All right, bro. Like, no, if you feel like that, you entitled to your own opinion, but we gotta stop, like, just over emotional about things. Like, oh, it's Michael B. Jordan. Like, it's already a 10 out of 10. It was 10 out of 10 before people even stepped out the crib.
They saw Michael B. Jordan. They saw Ryan Coogler producing it. They seen as a director, what he's done in the past. Look at Black Panther, The Ratings High,
yes.
The Creed movies, Fruitvale Station. You start looking at all his great movies he's done. They're like, well, it's another banger.
And again, We're not saying it's not a good movie. I gave
Yes.
it 8. What you gave it?
8.5.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
A good movie, but in no sense, and I could even, like you said, go 8. I'm leaning towards more between 8, 8.5. I'm not leaning towards 9, 9.5.
10 is crazy, bro.
10 is ridiculous.
Now that's that movie. The other movie that we were like, all right, what's going on?
Thunderbolts.
Is Thunderbolts.
Jesus.
These new Avengers. Like, bro,
New Avengers.
listen. So he saw it before me. My other homeboy saw it. So everybody kind of told me it's straight. So my expectations were already lower. Going into it, low expectations. It was a good movie, but to say it's the second best Marvel movie or whatever
It
they
had
said,
the second best rating after Black Panther in the Marvel Universe.
nah, bro. Like, nah.
This
bro.
movie does not touch, sniff Captain America Civil War, Captain America Winter Soldier.
It shouldn't even be in the same range as them.
No.
Like Shang-Chi, what's that? Is that what it's called?
Shang-Chi, yeah.
Yes. No, it's not even close to that. Shang-Chi is good.
Shang-Chi's raw.
Like, that's good. Like, it was in the same realm as that. I'm like, what? Like, that, no, bro. Like, no.
B and C list Marvel characters. You have Timu and great value characters in this movie. The main character, I know some of y'all love her, Florence Pugh. She is a great actress, but let's make it clear. She is a Timu great value version of Black Widow. There's no other way to say it.
Like,
There's no other way to say it.
I think also it's like you said earlier, we was talking about it. No little kids gonna be like, I want to be like the Thunderbolts. Like,
Yeah.
no one's watching this. Like, honestly, no one cares. I don't care.
No one cares.
Like,
Captain America, once again, another Timu great value Captain America character that was getting, how many times were the females crapping on him?
yeah, all movie.
All movie.
I wasn't mad at that, but
Well,
it's
no,
just like,
it's fine, but it's like, you're not going to do that to the actual Captain America.
bro, the thing that ruined the movie, if you beat the bad guy by hugging him, that shit did it for me. I was like, all right, that's it. Like, when he hugged him, I said, all right, everything was going, like, even the scene with the little girl when he's like, he saved the little girl, and then she goes, she gets voided. That was the best part. Like, I laughed so hard because it was like, that was cold blooded.
Yeah.
But to turn around to hug the guy at the end to end the movie was like,
And I'll say this. Bob, he did a great job. Like, his acting was great. I mean, he played a couple different characters, different roles in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
He did a great job. But I'm sorry. When he was vanishing these people away, I was thinking, man, he is so raw. Like, I was so into the character.
It was so
and
hard.
the minute that Timu Great Value Black Widow went inside of the darkness and just did what she did, I realized, oh wow, those people are actually dead. Like,
Yeah,
no
right.
one's actually dead. We've killed nobody. I was just like, I was cut off right then. I was like, this movie has really just did it in for me.
and don't slide in our DMs talking about it's in the comics. We don't care about comics.
No.
We don't care about that. We talking about the movie as is, as constructed. I don't care about past history, none of that.
Yeah.
Bro, no. Thunderbolts, they're not the new Avengers. Obviously, I know that going into it, like, hey, they're not going to be the new Avengers. But this doesn't need to be a flagship movie for Disney or Marvel.
No.
This does not.
I thought it was supposed to be, in my opinion, a filler. Just a filler.
Yes.
Make some bread.
Real quick, get on out of it.
Yeah.
Now, was it better than Captain America, the last one that just came out?
I'll give it that.
Yeah, it's better than it's the best Marvel movie in a few years.
Yeah.
I say that. I will.
Marvel's fell off though, folks. Let's not
Off
act
of-
like it hasn't.
Yeah.
It has definitely fell off since Endgame. No questions asked there.
Now, this is the real test. Is Fantastic Four? It has to be better than Fantastic. I mean, Fantastic Four has to be better than this. It has to smoke it. But if this is 80, 94, or 88, like Fantastic Four, it has to be a 10, right?
It should be.
Right, that's-
But how many times have they done Fantastic Four, and how many times has it underwhelmed us? How many times has it underwhelmed us?
To do us both a favor, my expectations are low. I'm going
Mine's
into this
are too.
movie not like, oh, I can't wait. I'm just now Superman. That's the one where I'm like, hey, that shit needs to knock it out the park.
That needs to save DC and Warner Brothers.
Yes, it needs
That's
to
the whole
save
point
them.
of that movie.
But outside of that, Fantastic Four, I'm chilling. I'm not expecting 10 out of 10. I don't even know. Thunderbolts is rated so high. I'm worried for Fantastic Four. I'm worried. And then on top of that, I'm worried for Fantastic Four following up with Superman. That's what I'm worried about. I'm like, God damn. Like, it's 2 weeks after Superman. So you have to come out smoking. Like, the money, like,
Superman's gonna blow that shit out the water.
it might be sick.
It's gonna dead it.
I don't. They better not drop the ball. Fantastic Four has to be 95 out of 100. We talking about Rotten Tomatoes when we talk about the 95 out of 100. Whatever.
Yeah.
But
I doubt our range is gonna be that high. Because guess what? We say what's real. So
Yeah.
we ain't gonna sit here and sugarcoat it and bullshit for y'all.
yeah, if we keeping it real, this is how we felt about these two movies. Like,
Yeah.
Thunderbolts was straight. I say it was 7 out of 10, 7.5. I say 7 a lot, but it was enjoyable. And it actually was the best Marvel movie in a few years. I would almost say 8. The hugging thing turned me off. If it wasn't for the hugging, I would have gave it a solid 8.
I'm just sick and tired of, at the end of some of these superhero movies lately, the superheroes are not actually defeating the villain. That is where I'm getting a big issue with.
To be fair, they never really do, and like even in comics, they don't really defeat the villain. Like this, even in anime, which I love anime, they don't really like. There's like a few times where like
They literally
take
got
him
no
out.
offense in on this dude.
Yeah,
They did
nah.
nothing.
All right.
He dominated them from beginning to end. Took them, just spanked their ass over and over again.
Bro, that's the part that be having me so tight. You make these super strong characters, super strong. A hug. And I know I'm like tripling down on this hug thing, but it's like, it's ridiculous. I didn't come to this movie to see a fucking hug. Like,
No.
I didn't do that. Like, I'm like, what?
Ladies and gentlemen, when you go watch a superhero movie, this is not what you're expecting. Be real with yourself. You want to see the movie end, the climax end with some good action, not with no damn hugging and crying and emotional bullshit. We're just keeping it real there. Tell me if we're wrong. Tell us in the comment section. But that's the way I feel when I go see a superhero movie.
Yeah. So with that said, we back, y'all. We took a little time off,
Little hiatus.
get things in order. We're not standing on the roof of a random garage doing movie reviews
You
or
see
whatever.
me in a real podcast studio, y'all. We've upgraded.
This the new home. This is how we're gonna do it. With that being said, what movies you looking forward to? We got a few coming up. We're gonna be here weekly. I guess next week we'll probably talk about
Final Destination.
I'm looking forward to that.
What's that movie with The Weeknd and Jenna Ortega?
Tomorrow or Die Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hurry Up Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I'm a Weekend fan. Why I didn't know that. But Hurry Up Tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure we're going to cover it. We're going to try to cover it tomorrow. But I think Final Destination, we'll talk about that. So
Yeah.
check us out.
It already got some good reviews, high reviews.
Yeah,
so
listen, we saw that shit. That shit said 99. It was like 93.
93.
Like, here we go with that already.
Now
like,
listen, disclaimer. I'm a sick motherfucker. So I like seeing a lot of deaths. So there's a good chance I might think this movie's gonna be really good.
Shit, me too. We both like.
We
Now,
like action.
I would love them to give us something real too. Don't be cheesy. You know, like you can do, like, you know what I'm saying? Like cheesy as Final Destination. I don't know if I want that. I want something that like, we're like, damn, that was some real shit. Like,
Yeah,
that
I
was
do
real.
want substance. I
Yeah.
want a story.
Yeah, of course.
That's the thing. The plot has to be there. That's the problem with a lot of these movies today why they're getting high ratings. I think it's everything except the plot that people care about these days.
Yeah, like, we're not about to go back into Sinners, but
Yeah.
yes, bro. Now, let's talk about these NBA playoffs. So, first question I got is, have we finally entered into a space where we got new faces? Like, they haven't picked a face yet, but new faces. Ant, SGA, Halliburton. I cannot believe I'm saying that. Brunson. Is this the
Halliburton? Remember this. This is the man who played no time in the USA Olympics. He had no time on the court.
And he had hella white girls coming out.
Snow bunnies.
Is this the new era?
It's looking like it. It's looking like this is going to be the era. I mean, obviously, Ant-Man and SGA are definitely in this era.
I'm fine with them. I really rock with them, especially Ant-Man. If it came down to it, if I had to choose the winner, it's going to be Timberwolves. I want Ant-Man to win a ring. I wouldn't be mad at SGA, but the Pacers cannot. If the Knicks lose to the Pacers, bro, I might just like.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's not the only one. The ratings will plummet for the NBA Finals if it's the Indiana Pacers versus the Timberwolves or the Thunder. Not only does he want it, but the whole world wants to see the Knicks in the championship. That's going to bring in ratings.
Knicks
so you know Adam Silver is praying the Knicks make it.
What's the chances? You say Knicks and Pacers. What you say, Knicks and 6?
I would say this. Last year, remember, the Pacers sent the Knicks home. Remember that. This year, I do feel like it's a little different, though, because they added Karl Anthony Towns. I hate to say that cat is a big deal, but no one in these playoffs can guard Karl Anthony Towns because he can do it all, man. Shoots the three. No one's coming out there. He can get in the post. Cat is going to be the difference maker in this series.
Now, I'm going to say this. I'm never supposed to speak bad about Cat ever again. I made a promise. I said last year, if the Timberwolves beat Denver Nuggets and save me from Denver Nuggets, I will never speak bad about Cat again.
Yeah, you did.
So I'm sticking to that.
Yes.
I do believe Cat is going to dominate them. It shouldn't even be close. Miles Turner and Spicy P, they should get dominated. I thoroughly expect the Knicks to wipe them out in 5, bro. I expect that in 5. Brunson is going to cook. They don't have no defender better than Drew Holiday or Derek White.
Not at all.
And Brunson is going to eat.
They really don't have defenders at all.
Yeah, no.
That's why we're in show. Me and you were both shocked that the Pacers took out the Cavs in 5. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cavs are who we thought they were. Frauds. Frauds.
But let's cut them a little slack. They had a few injuries. Starting off, it was not good for them. Those injuries didn't help. But when they came back and you still was losing, they came back and they got blown out, I said, all right, but
as well as you know, though, injuries are part of the game because I know a lot of people going in our comment section talking about, well, if Golden State had Curry, they would win the series.
Yeah.
That's the way they be talking. That's how everyone feels. If there's any injury, this team would have won if it was because of injuries and this, and that. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't go by what ifs. I go on what's happening, and that's what happened.
That's facts. Now, the Cavs did have opportunity. Last night I was watching it. They was getting close, but it's just bro, the Pacers was having their way. It was bro, Naismith, TJ McConnell going to the hole.
Yeah.
They was having their way anytime they want. Spicy P, Miles Turner. I'm like, bro, Halliburton was, you seen how many threes he was hitting on them early in the game? I was like, what is going on?
Bruh, and his shot take forever to put up.
Yes. The problem
he was hitting Curry range threes, though.
I'll say this. Donovan Mitchell is not a superstar. He's a star. And I'm rooting for him. But the reason they won't win is DG, bruh. DG, bruh. They need Garland to be, if not close to Donovan Mitchell, they need him to be better, bruh.
Well, he wasn't the only problem last night.
He wasn't.
Jarrett Allen. Listen, this is what I'm saying. During the regular season, Jarrett Allen, Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, and Donovan Mitchell could do no wrong.
Don't forget Strus.
Matt Strus as well can shoot the ball out. But those 4 in particular.
And Jerome.
Evan Mobley won Defensive Player of the Year. Where was he?
He wasn't defending shit, bro.
Where was he?
Dog, the game, was that game 3 or was it game 2? I think game 2. When they was up 7 with 50-something seconds left and they lost, bro, I was at work blowed. I was like, what the fuck? I couldn't believe it. Missed free throw, gets the ball. hits the top of the key, dribble, 3, up 1. What? Dog, the Cavs, actually, the injuries is not valid. The Cavs blew that shit, bro.
Yes.
They blew that shit, bro.
Donovan Mitchell is a regular season superstar.
No. He puts up numbers.
Regular season superstar.
In the playoffs, the man drops 30 points.
Listen, bro.
He
He is a star in the playoffs because when it really matters, he does not show up in the biggest moments.
He showed up. Nigga had 35.
Listen, bro. You got to when your team is struggling, it all got to be on you. You can put up 35. How many times has LeBron James put up this, and that, and he still got blamed? How many times have we seen that? He got blamed. Even when he didn't win the finals, when it was just him, when there was no Kevin Love, no Kyrie, he got blamed. They still blame him for the 2007 finals against the Spurs when he was the only one. Why? Because they all bring up who? Michael Jordan. Oh, Jordan would have done this, Jordan did that. I'm putting Donovan Mitchell on the same stratosphere as any other superstar. He's a regular season superstar. He puts up 40 and 50 sometimes. When he needed them most, he did not put up the points he needed to. And when it came to big moments, he did not finish off the Pacers. I have to put him on the same pedestal as anybody else.
That's so frustrating, bro, because he dropped 35, bro. He was doing, didn't every damn near game he did 30?
Yeah.
I'm willing to say.
But whose team is it?
Yeah, it's his team.
Everyone needs help. Everyone needs a supporting squad around him. I'm just thinking, how many times have we seen LeBron? Oh, he needs more people around him. But no one gives him that excuse.
Nigga, it's Bron. That's Bron. Okay. We're not saying Donovan Mitchell is Bron.
He's in Cleveland. He needs to be. Because those other players obviously don't perform in the playoffs. So you got to put more on your plate.
Coaching?
It was the coach's first year this year.
Kenny Atkinson.
He did a great job.
Did he get Coach of the Year?
Did he?
They need to stop giving Coach of the Year for these these regular season teams. Go all the way through, just like the NFL does. Go all the way through to the finals, and then announce Coach of the Year, and then announce, okay, MVP, y'all can keep that in the regular season. But
a lot of people are going to think that now, seeing that the Thunder and the Nuggets going to each other, and this is basically MVP versus MVP.
But the Coach of the Year, you got to follow through. You can't be a regular season coach and win Coach of the Year and then get to the playoffs and lose like this. I'm not with that.
I don't like to give that excuse to Jokic either, though. Like, Jokic does so much for the Nuggets, but guess what? He's always done a lot for the Nuggets, right? Now, all of a sudden, people will probably make that excuse that, well, look, you know what I mean? Like, Jamal Murray's not Jamal Murray anymore. Aaron Gordon's balling, but Michael Porter Jr., he's injured. Like, there's always an excuse for all these teams.
The Nuggets, I actually don't. I have no problem with the Nuggets right now. Bro, they playing the Thunder. Thunder is deep. Like, and they pushing Thunder to the limit.
Because Thunder are young.
Yes. If Thunder lose, Denver's going to win a championship. No problem. Denver's going to win a championship. No problem. So I don't even think
You think so?
Absolutely.
I think the Knicks can give them some problems.
Man, I don't. They first time?
I know what you would say experience, but I'm just looking at like the roster. The Knicks can give them some problems.
Bro, Jokic dropping 40 on Cat.
Oh, he is, but Cat's gonna drop what? Jokic ain't getting his big ass out there to stop the three.
Man,
Cat can
inconsistent.
Cat can get Jokic to foul out.
All right.
Cat can be some problems. They got OG. They got defenders on that.
If it's the Pacers, they getting the Pacers.
Josh Hart?
Fuck out of here.
Oh, they might get swept.
Now, I do want to take back something. If the Nuggets do beat Thunder, they not beating the Timberwolves. Timberwolves always have
Timberwolves will give them a problem.
And then Timberwolves will have home court.
No, they're 6 seed.
Well, they went in Denver last year and cooked them.
Yeah, and Ant's a different breed, bro. And Jaden McDaniels.
Bro.
We got to give up some credit to Julius Randle right now too. That boy balling. That boy Randle balling, man.
Hey, can you imagine him with a ring? That'd be crazy, bro.
And listen,
from the Lakers,
folks, everyone was talking that mess. Everyone was talking that mess about that trade between the Timberwolves and the Knicks.
And it
look,
worked out.
Both teams are cooking right now. Both teams can make the finals. Good trade on both ends, it looks like now.
Yeah, bro. The Timberwolves got better.
Yeah.
Timberwolves, like, Cat didn't fit the Timberwolves. Like, I got to talk good about him. He's just not a good fit for him.
Yeah.
But DiVincenzo, man, he had that Nick grit. And he brought that shit right to Timberwolves too, because
DiVincenzo got that dog in him.
Yeah,
he got that dog in him.
Timberwolves nothing but dogs. That's the
McDaniel's
thing,
the
bro.
dog too, boy. Yeah, you right.
And Nas Reed getting more minutes was great for them, bro. Like great for them.
What a great 6-man he is.
Now that rookie that they got, I thought he was gonna be the one that was gonna like.
You talking about Dillingham?
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be the one that would come in and really take out, but he kind of been like
rookies, man. That rookie stuff is tough, man.
It is, bro.
Rookie year is always tough.
If they replace Conley with like a more aggressive point guard, boy, there'll be a problem. There'll be a problem. Like, and the reason I said more aggressive is like Conley cool, but he ain't
lets
like,
everyone else do his thing. He sets everybody up.
He's just chilling.
He's not ever trying to get 20.
He's a good defender. He's a decent defender, but he ain't like.
You need like what you're asking for is a Russell Westbrook in his prime.
I didn't want to.
That's what you're looking for.
I didn't want to say Russell Westbrook because can you imagine his boneheaded ass with Timberwolves? No. They need somebody who's gonna control.
When you talk about aggressive though, he's as aggressive as it gets.
Ja Morant.
Okay. What you mean is, like you said, boneheaded, all them damn turnovers, dumbass shots.
That shit ain't gonna work, bro.
Yeah, no.
Like, it's funny, I said Ja Morant, but
Ja Morant on the court, not the off the court forces.
Oh my God. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that shit. That's how I feel. Like, I like these faces. Like, I like Cat. I like Cat. I like Bronson a lot. I like Bronson. Man, that nigga grew on me. I really like Bronson.
Dallas is regretting a lot of this shit, boy. Dallas
No.
Because
you remember when he was on Dallas, we was like, we don't know if he can even do anything. He's too small.
They had Brunson, Luka, Porzingis. They had a little squad on that team at one point, bro.
They couldn't get it together, though.
I feel like they broke it up a little early. And that's, you know what I'm saying? Because look at it, right?
Oh, they would have got Brunson on a discount, too.
Exactly.
Oh.
Dallas still doesn't have a ring, but look at Porzingis. He got the ring with Boston last year. And look at Brunson. Brunson might get this ring with New York Knicks.
Man, who you want to win?
Well, I'll tell you this. I will be okay with the Knicks, and I'd be okay with the T-Wolves. And even the Thunder. I'm not with the Nuggets. Absolutely not. I want to see that again. And I'm not with the Pacers. Nah. So I go with those three teams. Any of them I'd be happy with because I would like to see a new face of the NBA. And I think SGA is a great face. I think Ant-Man got that dog in him. We need more of that.
Oh, yeah.
And Brunson, the Villanova boys, I like them all together. So that would be a great thing to see because maybe you'll see more of that. Some of the same teammates in the NBA join up forces. I like that a lot.
Does the winner become the face?
Depending on who it is. I think if it's Ant, 100%. I don't ever see like Jalen Brunson being the face.
Yeah,
He's too small.
I can't.
He's too small.
Hey, that celebration is sickening, bro. that celebration is cold. I love that celebration.
Yeah. I always feel like a big personality or like a bigger player is like the face they're looking for, right?
SGA, he got the aura, but I don't think he's necessarily a face. Like he's like the model of the NBA.
He is the model. You see
like
him with the commercials.
Yeah.
Rico Suave.
Yeah, real smooth.
That's SGA.
I don't think he's really the face. Sadly enough, and this is gonna sound crazy, Halliburton would be a better face than SGA.
Yeah.
Halliburton got that dog in him, bro.
Halliburton does have that dog in him. I think everyone underrates him, and that's why he was voted #1 overrated player. And I don't see it because he sets his players up.
He's never
one
been
of the best point
overrated.
guards in the game.
He just been inconsistent. That's what it was, bro.
And he can't guard you or me. So
Bro,
a lot of people see that.
The problem we had with him, like stemming from last year, every time we put $1 on him, bro, like it was just like you couldn't gauge what he'll do. Over 16 and a half, this nigga get about 5. 30 assists.
Don't bet on these niggas. Do not bet on them whatsoever. You will lose all your money.
That's what was like frustrating about Halliburton. I think that's what people be like, oh, he's overrated because all that. Like you couldn't really gauge like what he was gonna do. But if you watched This man was setting the tempo. He was setting up the game, creating the pace, doing everything the Pacers needed. The problem with the Pacers was they didn't have enough role players. Because Halliburton's not aggressive, like scoring-wise, so they needed somebody who's going to be aggressive scoring-wise.
And that's what Spicy P is there for, really.
Now, Spicy P, I remember people, like, y'all laughed at me when I said Spicy P, they going to be a problem? Y'all was laughing. I said Spicy P was going to be a problem for them. Like, I was like, man, when they get him, that's going to be, like, kind of tough. But what I didn't expect is Naismith and...
Naismith, Niebenhard, he's a good player.
Obi Toppin. Bro,
Obi Toppin, yeah.
He does the craziest shit coming out of nowhere. Like, dude come out the bench, wicked ass, high off the glass layup. You seen that shit? I was like, what? Like, obviously we know he'd be dunking and all that, but it's just like every time he come in the game, he does maybe one or two plays where you like, bro.
And we got to talk about the coach, man. Rick Carlisle, man. This guy, consistent every season. This is a good coach, man. He is a very good coach.
Yeah, he is.
The Dallas Mavericks should have never fired him in the first place. No offense to Jason Kidd, but he should have never got fired in the first place. Rick Carlisle was a really good coach.
I agree with that sentiment. I think
the transcendence of Tyrese Halliburton, a lot of it has to do with Rick Carlisle.
Coaching, yeah.
He was coaching. He coached Luka Doncic. He coached. Remember, he has a championship with Dallas against LeBron and the Heat. He coached up Jason Kidd and Jason Terry. He knows how to coach up point guards and guards in general.
Honestly, I will say this. I actually forgot about the coaching. Like I don't even. That's great coaching when you're not even thinking about the coach. Like, because the team is operating at a high level. When you're sitting there thinking about the coach, that's not good. See, the shit is running so smooth. I never even thought about the coach. Like,
the coaching is so important especially in the playoffs. Like, that's why. I mean, honestly, I don't know. But I think if the Denver Nuggets would have kept Mike Malone, they might actually be able to pull off this series. Without an actual coach, you're asking really Nikola Jokic to do the coaching. No offense to the interim coach, but Nikola Jokic is doing the coaching, right? The Joker's doing the coaching.
Bro, let's talk about real quick, just going into the playoffs, what we thought, we thought, hey, Bron might make it to the finals. We thinking Boston is like gonna get there no problem. This even before the playoffs, even before these firings, like, hey, Denver's gonna be there. You know, Grizzlies, they gonna. And it's just like nothing happened the way we thought it would happen.
Not
like
at all.
if we go back 2 months, and we were to all place our bets and say this is that and the third gonna happen, no, I would really think nobody in the world would guess this, especially the Pacers. I mean, obviously last year they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, but they got swept, and no one's really thinking about them. In the regular season this year, the Pacers were kind of underwhelming to me in the regular season. They didn't really do, but in the playoffs, boy, they have been something to look at. Boy, they've been special. Taking the Bucks out in 5, Giannis, and then taking crazy.
They are showing
so
up
crazy
and showing out.
Oh my God! Now that's what I'm saying. This whole NBA thing has been flipped upside down. It's making me feel like, hey, it's over with for our boys, man. Bron, Curry, KD.
Listen,
Kawhi.
Though I think the ratings might plummet this NBA Finals, this is good for the NBA. And the reason I say this is because you're building up new stars, new teams that people are going to want to get invested in eventually, right? Like, no one ever talks about the Timberwolves. They haven't talked about the Timberwolves really since KG, right? No one's really been talking about the Pacers since Reggie Miller. Now the Pacers are like a big deal, right?
I got a hot take. If the Pacers win this year, is Halliburton better than Reggie Miller?
Listen,
hey,
Reggie Miller never got the job done.
That's what I'm saying.
And especially if Halliburton ends up winning the Finals MVP, and if he dominates with 25-10, 25-12, starts looking good, you can make an argument that he might be the best Indiana Pacer player of all time. Yeah, there's an argument to be made because he got the job done, and we value what? Championships, not points, not just regular accolades. We value winning. Winning is number one.
That's my hot take, bro. If the Pacers, oh my God, I cannot even fathom them winning the finals, bro. Like, if they win the finals, I'll be sick. Especially if he beat Ant. if he beat SGA, bro, I wouldn't even want to like.
Listen, we can say the same thing about SGA. Could he be the greatest Oklahoma City Thunder? Not player from the Thunder, because we'll still probably say Kevin Durant's better. But is he the greatest Thunder player of all time? Because he'll do something that Durant, Westbrook, and Harden couldn't get done. And Paul George, for that matter, couldn't get done.
Because I don't have the stats right in front of me, I'm probably just talking. But are we 100% sure SGA don't have better stats than KD?
I mean, it's pretty early, but he might already. But KD was on the team for a little minute. It was like 7, 8, 9 years.
Yeah, but SGA, like...
I mean, yeah, he puts up like 30 a game.
Yeah, I don't...
30 a year, yeah.
We'll have to
But I'm just saying, like, he wins a five. If he wins a finals,
he's up.
Like, you can't say he's not.
Now, I will say this, and not a lot of people probably would feel the same way, but the Thunder and the Pacers are very similar to this point. SGA in the playoffs has not been him. He's not been him. Like, they've been winning because
he
of
hasn't
the
got
team.
those foul calls.
Yes.
Because during the regular season, he beat the line so many times.
Yes.
And it gets more physicality. And really, a lot of his points come from the free throw line.
Exactly. So, like, if we low key can look at it, Thunder and the Pacers, they're very similar. Like, both their stars, they have their stars, and then they have really good role players. Like, bro, Williams, both the Williams, ISO Joe, Hartenstein,
Chet Holmgren, Lou Dort,
our boy Caruso,
Alex Caruso, the Caruso.
So they have real, like, good, solid ass teams, and SGA hasn't necessarily been like he ain't been performing like Ant. He ain't been performing like Brunson.
He doesn't have to.
He doesn't have to, and that's why. Okay, he doesn't have to, but he's going to need to.
Yeah,
he's going to need to.
And the Western Conference Finals against probably the Minnesota Timberwolves, he's going to have to. It's going to come down to.
Oh yeah.
It's going to come down to who plays better out of those two, I think.
His impact is similar to Julius Randle right now.
Yeah.
And that's my problem. Like, SGA, I'm not taking anything away from him, but when he gets to the finals, he can't, like, it can't be on auto cruise. Like, oh, they just take it dominating. He needs to be the one that's, like, really separating himself from the pack.
He can't have that game 3 when they should have won that game in Denver. You can't be going 1 for 8 in the fourth quarter and overtime. Because
if he's the MVP, like with Jokic, we never doubt Jokic. No. Every game he plays, we see it. MVP.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Jokic does not choke. Jokic, every single game, he plays like the MVP.
SGA
he always giving you those numbers.
SGA been way too quiet, bro.
He has been.
He's been way too quiet, and that's the only thing I say. When it gets to the finals, you can't be quiet. We need to see 30 points, 40 points, 30 points, 40 points.
I hold all these top tier players on the same pedestal I would hold Michael Jordan and LeBron James. No one gets off the hook. If you are the MVP.
And the late, great Kobe Bryant.
And the late, great Kobe Bryant. If you the man, show me you the man. That's what you got to do.
So, that's how we feel about the NBA right now. It's just been crazy. We'll talk about it a little bit more.
In the comment section, let us know who you think is going to be in the finals and who you got win the finals.
So, NFL. Obviously, it's like we got about 4 more months. We got a long way to go. But I'm a Saints fan. If you don't know,
Tampa Bay, baby. Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
So we're going to be keeping up those two teams. We also going to talk about just the NFL landscape, just the whole thing. But early feels, what you think the season going to be? You think it's going to be madness? You think we're going to have the same team, similar? What you think?
Yeah, honestly, I'm going to go with, like, I feel like this year you might have some surprises again because you have to look at it. Like, I feel like if you break down the division, stuff like that, like in our division, you know what I mean, the Bucks and the Falcons look like they're going to be the cream of the crop of the division.
Panthers, bro. Do not sleep on the Panthers. I'm not trying to be funny. Do not sleep on the Panthers.
I see the Panthers as like 7-10, 8-9, which would be an improvement. I don't see them making the playoffs. I don't see them.
As far as my Saints, I've been tossing, turning. We're in a great spot. If we win 7 games and Shuck looks good, fantastic. We build on him. If he bombs and we suck and we win 2 games or 3 games, we get a top pick. Great. So it's like I'm almost like I'm like, cool. Like, I'm prepared for us to suck. Like, I'm not going into this year with hope. I'm going into it like, hey, I need to see building. I need to see Tyler Shuck, what he gonna do, or Rattler. If whoever wins, I don't care. Just show me some improvement. I'm not expecting 10 wins, 12 wins. Like, I have no expectations. Now, I will say this: if Shuck looks like, don't laugh, bro.
Coleslaw.
No, we're not doing that. If he looks like C.J. Stroud first year, like have a Stroud Daniels first year, I know it sounds crazy, but if he has a crazy year like that, I'm going to lose my shit, bro. Like, if we get anywhere near 10 wins with him, y'all won't be able to tell me shit about Shuck.
Bruh. You see what I'm talking about? Delusional ass Saints
Bruh.
fans. They gonna come out here and do this shit. It's
that's
funny as hell.
That's how I feel. Like I said, I'm expecting us to suck, bro. I'm just saying on the miraculous tip.
Ladies and gentlemen, bet the over every game on Tyler Shuck getting at least 1 interception.
Oh, that's crazy, bro.
Bet the over on that every time, bro. Bet the under on passing yards. Just don't bet on this. Just don't even look at betting on the Saints, man. It's not.
Oh no, I'm betting against the Saints all year. Yeah, all year. We making money on Saints. Every week we're gonna give you our picks, whatever we feel.
Yeah.
But I feel like this year might be a little madness, bro.
NFC North gonna be the best division in football.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be madness. Like, if you really think about it, even the NFC is gonna be crazy. Like,
yeah,
you can't. Wild card is gonna be extremely tough.
Look, the NFC North is gonna be the best division in football.
Whoa,
easily. The Lions, the Packers, the Vikings, and the Bears all have a chance to win double digits. All of them.
Yeah.
And year 1.
That's going to be tough.
Of the Bears, with Ben Johnson coming in there. He's going to be with Caleb Williams. Man.
The second best is the East. Cowboys, right?
You think?
Bro,
I mean, they added Pickens, so that's good.
Cowboys.
But the Giants are going to be awful.
That's why I said second best.
In the NFC, probably, yeah. Well, I still think that, what is it? The West, 49ers, the Seahawks, the Cardinals. That's still a good division.
And the Rams.
Rams is a good division. You got some teams out there that are going to be competitive.
That's interesting. Do we still have the worst division?
I think so. Just because we're hoping that, I mean, the only thing I think is a guarantee is the Bucs are definitely going to win 9-10 games area. But after that, you're not sure if the Falcons are going to be any better than they were last year. We don't know what Michael Penix Jr. is yet.
I think they're going to be worse.
They could be worse.
I think the Panthers are coming. I promise you, I sound like I hate the Panthers. Like, I don't like the Panthers, but if I look at it, man, they upgraded the offense a little bit with that first round pick.
T-Mac.
I don't think he's going to beat shit, but we'll see. Dave Canales got another year with Bryce Young. We seen how he looked at the end of the season. Yeah. End of the season is never really
I thought
solid.
He should never been benched in the first place.
Yes, that was dumb. That was dumb. I don't know if their defense got better. So I will chill on that. But I don't know, man.
I'm saying an improvement. I just don't see them winning more than 8 games. It's going to be hard to see them win more because I feel like they still need a couple pieces on the defense side of the ball. And I feel like on the offense side of the ball, can Bryce Young stop being inconsistent? Can he play well all season long? Quarterback play is so important. Can you do it all season long? Even last year, we saw Patrick Mahomes struggle, even though the defense played very well, and that's what had them win all those games. He was playing very ass in a lot of moments last season. So Bryce Young is going to play well because that defense is not very good.
Yeah. So before we end the NFL, what you think the Bucs? Like, what you want? Like,
I'm gonna be honest with you. At this point, it's gonna sound crazy, but after this draft, I'm expecting Super Bowl or bust. If they don't make it to the Super Bowl, I'm gonna be very disappointed. Because how many times can you make it to the playoffs and just first round exit or second round exit?
Do you have expectation of them going to the Super Bowl?
Yes, they should be there.
You think they're that good?
They should be in the Super Bowl. After they've drafted some corners, some really good players, I'm expecting Todd Bowles to get this defense popping. I'm expecting a second year of Bucky Irving, another great receiver, Emeka Egbuka coming in from Ohio State. You know how good all these Ohio State receivers are. Obviously, you have one in Chris Olave. He's our third receiver got Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. Still got Jalen McMillan, Rashad White, and Bucky Irving in the backfield. It's a very dangerous offense. Great offensive line. Baker Mayfield put up 41 touchdown passes. I expect this team to be Super Bowl or bust. If we don't make it to the Super Bowl, Todd Bowles might need to get the fuck out the door because this first round exit last year, the Commanders had a wonderful season. Jaden Daniels had probably the best rookie quarterback season we've ever seen.
Does he regress?
I don't see how you don't regress. The only way you don't regress is probably winning MVP. Putting up Lamar Jackson's numbers.
So, bro, Super Bowl or bust is kind of I understand. Like coming from my point of view, I'm not a fan of the team. Yes, definitely playoffs, for sure. That receiver y'all got had me super sick. I'm like, God damn, another weapon. Yes, I'm expecting the offense to still be clicking off. Defense, pass rush, we'll see.
We picked up Hassan Reddick.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's going to be. I'm hoping we get the Philadelphia Eagles Hassan Reddick, not that awful version that they had in the New York Jets. And we picked up some people from the draft. I'm hoping they perform, but I don't see what else you should expect from a team that keeps making the playoffs and has won a division 5 straight times. What you expect is a Super Bowl. There should be nothing less.
Can you win a Super Bowl with Baker?
It isn't about Baker Mayfield. It's what you put around the quarterback. He has the best supporting cast I think he will ever have. You have an 1,000-yard rusher in the backfield. You have 2 1,000-yard receivers.
Maybe 3.
Maybe 3 with Emeka Egbuka. Jalen McMillan's a really good piece. Cade Otton was a good tight end last year. He's improved. Offensive line is a top 10 offensive line.
So no regression with Liam Cohen leaving.
Now they got the passing game coordinator. He's the new offense coordinator. So the offense should still be clicking on all cylinders because it's the same system. So there should not be a regression. I should see anywhere between 10 to 12 wins, and we should be no less than the NFC championship game.
So y'all
that's where we should be at. Huh?
You beating the Packers?
Absolutely. We should beat the Packers. 100%.
Beating the Lions?
That's going to be a harder test. But if they don't improve that defense, and they just lost Aaron Glenn to the Jets, that's going to be their fall again.
Commanders?
That's going to be on the defense. Because I feel like we'll be able to score on them. But the defense has to stay disciplined.
Can y'all score on them?
Yeah, we'll score on them.
I don't know. They defense got better too, right?
They probably got some more pieces on their defense, but we got too many weapons for me to be worried about anyone stopping our offense.
Okay.
The Eagles, we've always had the Eagles number, so I'm not really scared of the Eagles.
I know you're not scared, and I agree, and I think y'all always beat them. But in some circumstances, if y'all have to go to Philly and it's cold, I don't like that for y'all. That would
definitely be a problem because under 40-degree weather, I'm sorry, y'all. If you're a Bucs fan, you know we ass under 40 degrees. So
you think y'all can beat the Rams?
They've always given us issues, but I want to see if this Devontae Adams with Matt Stafford.
He's gonna be cooking.
I think he could be cooking, but he's older. Injuries might catch up.
All right.
Same thing with Matt Stafford. Will the injuries catch up or not to the Rams? Can the Rams stay healthy all season long?
All right, I give you this. Y'all should NFC Championship fact like that. Y'all should be there. If y'all lose the first round, y'all need to blow that shit up.
Bowles needs to be gone.
Yeah. Bowles, but even I would love to see what Baker look like. Because if Baker does like another flame out, like fumbles or some wicked ass 2 interceptions, something like that, I'm real interested in seeing if y'all start thinking about going a different direction, quarterback wise.
Because he'll be in year 3 of our system, but year 2 of his contract. So he's that 3-year, $100 million contract.
Yeah.
Personally, I do like Baker. I like Baker a lot. Tyreek Hill has him in his top 5 quarterbacks, which crazy to think because I think Baker's a top 10 quarterback. I've now come to the fact that I think he's a top 10 quarterback. I don't think I can name 10 quarterbacks that are better than him.
Somebody told me he was top 5. And I was like, nah, G, nah.
I feel like top 5 is like, eh. Like, I can see after this season, was he a top 5 quarterback this season? Yes. Like, you can look at a season and say he's top 5,
right.
Of course. He had 41 touchdowns, so of course. But I still think that Josh Allen's better than him, 100%. I think Lamar's better than him. I think Patrick Mahomes is better than him. I think Joe Burrow's better than him. You know what I mean? That's
Jayden
4.
Daniels.
Jayden Daniels. I take Jayden Daniels over him.
You like Jalen Hurts?
I think Jalen Hurts is better than him. That's Super Bowl winning quarterback. How do you not take Super Bowl winning quarterbacks?
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Mahomes?
Like, you haven't named Mahomes.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? But I would take him over Jared Goff. That's just me personally.
Facts.
I would take him over Jared Goff because
yesterday
Baker Mayfield is mobile.
Would you take him over Stafford?
That's the part where I'm iffy about. Matthew Stafford is a Super Bowl winning quarterback, and his throws, the way he makes these throws, sidearms. Matthew Stafford is a very, very good quarterback. I don't know. I probably, maybe because of age, looking at age, I take Baker Mayfield. But I'm saying in a one-game situation, I'm probably taking Matt Stafford.
Okay. Well, that's a nice early thoughts. You got anything else?
Ladies and gentlemen, the NBA lottery is rigged. The lottery has been rigged now for years, and this last NBA lottery, come on now. How does the Dallas Mavericks get the number 1 pick and now are getting Cooper Flag?
Right.
After the worst trade maybe in NBA history, letting go a superstar personified, a generational talent, and you get maybe another generational talent and Cooper Flag.
You know how sick I would be if I was like Utah, Toronto, and I've been like the team's been
Spurs.
Not even that. Think about this. Like, yes, Dallas rigged. How the Spurs get number 2? 76ers get number 3. You know how loaded the 76ers gonna be? My God, dog. That's why I'm like,
well, loaded. I mean, let's be real. Joel Embiid only plays 30 games a year, so.
No, the guy they got last year was good in the draft. The rookie.
No, I know. I understand that.
Yeah.
And obviously you got Maxey,
yes.
but then also Paul George and his injury. So are they really loaded? Because people can't stay healthy.
Right,
they can't stay healthy.
Outside of being healthy.
It wouldn't surprise me if next year they get the number 1 pick. Because it's just like, bro, you got to keep the market. Yeah. The thing is, the NBA, they have to keep all their markets, you know what I'm saying, like, good.
And
right?
the NFL ain't got to do that.
Yeah, they have to do that. Texas is a huge market, right? So why not help the Mavericks and the Spurs and give them number 1 picks and get that market back up, right? Everyone has been talking so much shit about how the Dallas Mavericks are awful after this trade and how they let go their best player and all this other stuff. So what do?
Adam Silver said, you know what?
I got y'all. So let's go ahead and give you Cooper Flag. So now you got Kyrie, Cooper Flag, Derek Lively,
AD,
ambulance driver Anthony Davis. Like, we're giving you all these players now to build up. And next year, they're definitely, at least to me, that's good. They're going to be a playoff team. Because Cooper Flag is NBA ready. What I mean by NBA ready is he's going to come in here and average no less than 15 points a game. He's NBA ready. He plays both. He plays great offense, and he can defend at a very, very high level. Cooper Flag was kind of smoking some of the USA Olympic teams on the select team. Cooper Flag is a dog. So he's going to help the Mavericks out a lot. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm a big Duke Blue Devil fan. This is now the Duke Mavericks, so I'm rocking with them. That's going to be one of my squads for sure. I'm hoping for sure they do good. But I already know ambulance driver AD only going to play about 30 games a year, so hopefully, you know what I mean? We got Gafford and Lively, so we'll be all right. But if he can play at least 60, 70 games a year, the Mavericks are going to give a lot of teams problems.
All right. Last little segment. This is what we call real or ridiculous. Is it real or ridiculous? NBA Finals. Thunder versus Knicks. Knicks beat the Thunder. Knicks become the new Dallas Cowboys of the NBA.
Like, you mean like America's team?
Yes.
Ridiculous.
I don't know, man. Hey, bro, the hardworking team, Thibodeau, you know, they have these hardworking players. You got Bronson, you got Cat.
Nah.
They young, bro. Bridges, they young. I think it's, you think it's ridiculous?
I think we're out of the realms of repeat. I don't think we're gonna be seeing repeats anymore in the NBA. Because I would have put everything the Boston Celtics were gonna repeat this year.
If the Knicks, all right, this is where the real or ridiculous come. If the Knicks win this year, they could repeat.
No,
bro, Boston's cooked. They're coming out.
I know
They're
a lot of
coming out
money.
the East.
Yeah, I know.
They're coming out the East, no problem.
I don't think they're gonna beat the West team. I don't see them beating the West team back-to-back years.
And with that said, let's say what's real.
Let's say what's real.